I'm going to make the cheapest boilie I can within reason. It's going to be a case of balancing cost with protein, energy, digestibility and attraction.
It smells absolutely beautiful, and you can see that's just standard fish meal. It's quite grainy, feels like you're picking up sand, but this is great. It gives a lovely texture to the bait, helps the bait roll. It gives it that gritty texture, like I've just said. It feels like sand. Providing you add the right quantities, that prevents the sausage from expanding. And expanding sausage is down to a number of things, but mainly overworking the gluten. So if you put too much gluten in your bait, then you're not going to be able to get a nice round boilie, and this helps level out the springiness in the bait. Let's firstly weigh 2k of the base mix, 2k of the fish meal, it's not far off, a little bit more, kilo of the CLO, right, and that, apart from the salt, is the dry ingredients. Okay, so for 5 kilos of dry mix I add 50 grams of salt, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that on the day I make the bait, because if you add the salt now, what happens is it can draw in damp, it can draw in moisture. So I never add salt to the dry ingredients.
It's not the ideal time to test a new bait, but bear with me as I'll be testing this throughout this winter and next year. I'll not do an update until I've got a good number of sessions in throughout the warmer months next year, but I'll be documenting all sessions starting immediately and reporting back in the way of an upload next spring or summer.
Right, I'm glad I didn't add all that mix, because I didn't need it. That is pretty damn perfect. That looks like it's going to be a real nice roller, that one. It's soft, so it'll gun out really easily. Not that I have to do it manually, because I'm lucky enough to have a compressor butt, and there's no life in that either, which is really good. If it's too springy, what'll happen is once you put the sausage onto the rolling table, it expands, so it's hard to roll because of that expansion. But that, look, that's lifeless, which is brilliant, and it comes together really well without any effort. Look at that. That is brilliant. Just got a little tack to it at the moment. That actually feels better than I thought it would for such a cheap mix.
So this is a breakdown of the costs minus the electricity. Column S shows the final costing using 70% of the total dry ingredients shown in column E. as this will yield around a kilo of finished bait. Now it is possible to save around 15% by purchasing in bulk and collecting in person. I haven't included £8 delivery cost, which is something you might want to consider when pricing up.
A little bit of oil for the piston. This will just help it travel nice and smoothly down that tube there. Okay, there we go. Quick test. Let's give it a first roll. There we go. There's the first lot. Lovely.